Good morning. Hello, hello. For those of you that are new today, welcome. And for those of you that are returning, thank you, thank you. My heartfelt thank you. How was yesterday? Yesterday we did a wonderful clearing, and I hope that A, you found value in it, and B, that it did not bring any additional anxiety, and that you were able to work through it with some of the tools and some of the strategies in which we've covered over these 53 episodes. Wow. Hi, Marilyn. Thank you for being here. So I thought, since we had such a deep dive yesterday, that would just cool it, pull it back a little bit and take a look at other ways that we can offer ourselves clearings. And by that, I mean, we can clear simply by raising our vibration, raising our frequency. And that can be done with grounding, centering, and aligning. And that can be done with going into a mantra meditation. But there's also other resources that we can pull in. We can pull in some grounding by taking our socks off and going standing on the earth. We can bring in some grounding by ingesting more root vegetables or something like that. We can bring in the grounding simply with, creating our awareness with the grounding, with bringing in the colors, because each of these colors of our energy centers are actually resonate with a different frequency, a different hertz that can be measured. So, for instance, when we're working in the root area, chakra 1, we're working in the red energy of Mother Earth that we're pulling up into our body, and then we're working in the emotional sector, Svadhisthana, chakra 2. We're working with orange, and we can bring the orange energy in, or we can eat oranges, or we can wear orange, or we can meditate on that color orange. We can bring that frequency in for healing. You see, there's so many different opportunities of bringing in that frequency into us, into our lives, and we embody it. You embody it. If you feel you want some more security and grounding in a day, it's like, oh my gosh, that's why it's considered a power color. I should take this time to introduce myself. My name is Deborah O'Neill. I am the CEO and founder of BlissB.me Integrative Holistic Health, and I'm here to share because I care. And I want us to have all the how-tos to live a life of bliss. And that's my intention. And that's hence why BlissB.me. Live bliss, teach bliss, be bliss. There we go. There's me. So went back to the colors of frequency and back to how we can utilize them in our lives to complement and reinforce and nourish the work that we're already doing. I was one of the youngest female bank managers in Canada at age 26. And I came into the banking era because they wanted the new kids. They were retiring off all these loyal bank managers, and they were hiring all these kids. And I'd been in the banking industry since I came out of school at 18, 19 years old, because they offered me free university. And I didn't have the resources at that time to pay for university. So I jumped into with the bank, and I studied with them. The only thing they wouldn't let me get was a degree. So I had to study all these banking programs, this Associate of Canadian Bankers, Fellowship of Canadian Bankers, but it's all good. It got me where I am. So, but I had the pleasure at 26. I had my own salesperson at Ingledew Shoes. I had my own salespeople at Pacific Center for suits. I had a Chanel suit. I had all the designer suits from France, and because I was a kid and I needed to present with these business people, I was having breakfast meetings once a month with the CEO of CIBC. He would fly in, and he had a round table of us bank managers, and we were talking about how we introduce ATMs into the world. So I had my red suits, big chunky gold buttons and red suits, and then I had a green jacket. I had a bright yellow and black pinned edged suit, and I had all these different suits that brought with me that energy that allowed me to stand in that. So the yellow is our passion area. It's chakra 3, Manipura, the area of the city of jewels, it's often called. And then we've come up into the air, and the air offers us a green, and sometimes it's pink in this area. And can you imagine, like, to fill your closet and fill your house and fill your environment with these colors that you feel comfortable with, and maybe sometimes even not so comfortable with? Because if you're not comfortable with one of these expressions and frequencies and vibrations of these colors, then you probably maybe want to introduce it. And the region that we're going into next is Vishuddhi. It's blue. It's like a sky blue into this area. And then we go into the Ajna, and it's like an indigo. It's a little bit of a more of a mystery. And then we come up into Sahasrara, which can be depicted as, or often is depicted as, violet or white. So these really beautiful and interesting colors. Even your undergarments, you could have a black dress on, but you know that you're going into a situation that you might have a little anxiety. Have a green bra, or have some green jockeys, or have some green underpants or something. Or I work with nail polishes too. I'm brave with my toes. I'll have purple nail polish on, or green. Teal is my logo color, so it's like teal and red. Those, I was like, wow, can I really put red in my logo? I'm going, gosh, it's like my favorite color. So, and teal is considered one of the new world colors, and it represents, the red is the work and the teal is the result in my logo. So there you are. Really encourage you to take a look at different areas that you can up the frequency. If you've, with that clearing yesterday, when we clear stuff, we really want to invite something in to fill that space. We worked with the unconditional love and filling that space. But that was big work yesterday. I hope that you found value with it. And if you didn't get a chance to listen to it, and you are familiar with the grounding, centering, and aligning, and the felt sense processes, so you're going back to week 1 and 2, sort of episodes 2, 3, 4, 5, covered off our beginnings of grounding, centering, and aligning. And then we went into habits, and then into felt senses, where we could work with that heightened energy and just work with the edges. So before you do the clearing, I invite you to first set your own container, set your own ground, set your own place within the space, so to speak. It's just a space until we've created something in it, and then it becomes a place. So welcome to this space and place and time. And I invite you to do the work that we're working through. So with that, I would like us to start to feel our feet on the floor, or engage that sensory, so that as we are listening and while I'm speaking, that we're working through this process. And so that it is a natural habit to feel those 4 points of your feet on the floor. Feel your heels, feel the balls of the feet. Spread your toes, spread them into like yoga toes. Give them a nice little spread, and then allow them to almost suction onto the floor. And experiment with and experience different sensations with your own grounding process, and have fun with it. Have fun with it. Feel the sit bones on your chair. Take a clearing breath. And become ready to come into grounded, centered alignment, and allow the imagination to create those tree roots that go down into the center of the earth, or allow those etheric feet, those etheric lines to simply whoosh down. Have a word, ground. My favorite is drop. And when I say drop, it's just like, it's like I can just feel it. It's like a magnet to that electrical force of the earth. And allow that red Mother Earth energy to come up. It can come up fast some days. Sometimes it feels like it's stuck in somewhere, areas in the legs or the hips, or one area may feel that it has more energy than the other. Ask for it to balance. Give it a little movement. Allow that to, there might be a little tension there and you go, oh, wow, that hip is sore. I didn't realize why it was sore. I'm going to have to honor that hip today, as opposed to pushing through that hip, is to honor those places that we recognize have a little tension and breathe into them. Touch them. There's not a lot of touch going on these days. Touch them. And breathe it in, up, up, up into the neck, through the torso and the chest, and allow it to wash over the shoulders and down our beautiful wingspan and our arms and into our hands. And into the neck again, and then into the head, and allow it to wash over the cranium and come out Sahasrara. And then we get this beautiful nerve ending tinglings as it washes down the outside of our body. This is all so that we can start to integrate more sensory into our lives. We've turned it off to such a massive degree that even to have the imagination and the nerve endings as we feel this waterfall of energy cascading down our body and co-joining again with Mother Earth. And sense it. What do your feet feel like right now? What do your hands feel like right now? Did we go too fast today? Do you feel like you need to slow it down a little bit? What works for you? What works for you? Now center and just allow in that stability, this container that we've created in which we can walk through life in a grounded, safe, nurturing way with Mother Earth energy. And working with the bounty of her energy, the bounty that she produces, the abundance that she produces. We can look at it as abundance energy as we walk in Mother Earth energy today. Pick what needs strengthening in your life right now. Pick what you want. Ask for, intend it to be. And then it's just allow that sensing into that, rocking the body back and forth, front and back, and finding that centering as we get ready to align. Can you imagine if we weren't centered and we were like this and then we wanted to align? It wouldn't work. It's all part of the process. Or if we're leaning back, it's like that's kind of non-participatory. We find our center. When I do yoga workshops, it's interesting when we're sitting in meditation and I can visually see everybody sitting and finding their center. And some can be very forward. Some can be very back. Some can be to the side. Leaning into the feminine side. Leaning into the masculine side. Getting ready to finish the meditation so it can start getting on with the day. Going, oh, I'm really not into this today. Check in where you are. And allow this alignment to come in from the perineum of the body that's in the middle of where your sit bones are. And allow this align to come through the Sushumna, through the spine, out the crown of the head, and into the solar system. We're aligning with divine, this fine line to divine creator source energy. Higher self, Father Sky. A place of many names. You pick. And imagine this beautiful golden white light coming in. Give it permission, this healing energy, divine creator source energy into the top of Sahasrara. Give it a tap. Open the portal and bring it into the head and allow for clarity. Allow for the knowingness. Permission to heal if the opportunity arises right here, right now. Allow it to wash into the neck, through the reptilian portion of the brain stem at the back of the neck, accessing that vagus nerve, that healing nerve that runs down both sides of our neck, and in throughout our body, our systems, into our shoulders and our arms and our hands. So everything we touch is with grace, compassion, and love. We are free and clear of any attachment to the virus. It is not able to stick. Let's create that intention. And into the chest, this divine energy to work with the love. Let's give an expansion, a nice big breath into the chest as we expand into our alignment of love, and work with this golden white light energy as it comes into the chest, touching every cell and every space in between each cell. Let's bring it into our passion center of self-confidence, self-esteem, our will, our passion, our fire, our transmutation, where we stoke our heart and we allow the grief and the fear and the pain to return to ashes and fortify Mother Earth as we expand into love, into more love than we've ever loved before. If that's humanly possible, let's turn it up a notch and come into the emotion center and allow that to heal all those emotions that we are letting go of, that we're not dragging with us as we're creating the expansion with the divine energy into the second chakra and washing over the first chakra, that security, and reinforcing that with divine energy and into our legs as they allow us to move forward in life, and into our feet and our toes, because our toes needs as much oxygen as our nose. So let's breathe that down into our toes. And know this energy is always with us, this knowingness, this place of intuition. This is where our intuition lives. This is where our guidance, our compass is. And just see if any colors show up for you today. See if there's a kaleidoscope of colors, or that beautiful full spectrum rainbow of colors as we're working in the rainbow bridge area that connects these lower three energies, these grounding and very action-oriented physical, emotional, and mental areas of the body. As we go into the air and the astral area, the unseen, but yet the knowing, and getting more comfortable in the unseen area, and getting more comfortable with that blazer, this jacket, and of knowingness, this blanket of knowingness, of truth, and finding out the truth of who we are by letting go of all that we're clinging to and grasping to. I know I've read this poem before, but I was really felt inclined to bring it in again today. And it's a poem by the mother, and the mother is a disciple of Sri Aurobindo Ghosh, who is the scholar of the writings of the Advanced Integrative Energy Healing Program, which I studied under, and I've gone to his ashram in South India, and I've been at his reflection centers, which is called the Matra Mandir in Auroville, which is outside of Pondicherry, India, South India. The mother wrote this, and I resonated so deeply, and I invite you to just listen and see if it resonates for you. It's titled Beauty. Let beauty be your constant ideal. The beauty of the soul, the beauty of sentiments, the beauty of thoughts, the beauty of the action, the beauty in the work, so that nothing comes out of your hands which is not an expression of pure and harmonious beauty. And the divine help shall always be with you. That's the divine energy. That's creator source energy. That's your higher self energy. Let's go into our mantra and know that that's us. That's it. That's you. I am. I am that. I am. I am beauty. I am love. but I am also that other person. I am also that other person, good or bad. I am. But by being that frequency of love, they too say, I am. And what we do is we raise that frequency, we raise that vibration. And when we work with the mantra, I am, Soham, it's a frequency of thousands and thousands and thousands of years of sages and seers and people doing the work and learning the work and sharing this work from 5,000 years ago that we tap into. And it's a great resource. It's another strategy for us to get where we want to go, where you want to go. And not only do what we want or where we want to go, but visualizing and intending of what we want to see, what we want to hear, and what we want to feel, more importantly, when we get there. And then live that in this moment, in this time. Now. Live it. Without a doubt. Live it. So let's engage our deep diaphragmatic breath if we have not already. Allowing the lower abdomen to expand, perhaps into our hand, if you'd like to put your hand there. Or if you're working diligently at getting the expansion in the side ribs and the back body, you can put your hands there or put your awareness there. This breath is a regulator to our nervous system. It increases our peace and our calm and our immunity. It massages our organs. Inhaling so, exhaling hum through the nose if you can. Slow, smooth, no jerks, no pause. If you're visual, just to visualize it like you're pouring oil, that smooth breath. And no judgment. You're doing it perfectly as now is perfect. I would love to hear how yesterday went for you. You're welcome to leave a comment on the video feed, or you're welcome to direct message me from blissbee.me on the Facebook page. I'll be quiet now for 2 minutes as we sit together. See if you can tap into the palpable energy of us as a group all together. Thank you so much for sitting with me today. If you found value, I invite you to share this exchange of energy. I invite you to share it with others so that others can feel what we feel, what you feel, and receive what you receive as we step into our greater receiving mode. And how was it? Did the 2-minute meditation seem like eternity? Well, the card today is be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. And whatever it is that you can incorporate it. It doesn't have to be everything. It could be one little thing. Add some color to your life today. Pull out a different color shirt. Pull out some different colored undergarments. Put a different pillow out on your couch. Go pick some dandelions, some bright yellow dandelions. Put them in a cup. Flower or a weed. Who made that decision? We get to pick. You get to pick. You get to choose. Most important, be patient with yourself today. I hope to see you tomorrow. Live bliss, teach bliss, be bliss. It's here, it's now.